Hey, so I still see people recommending CamelCrusher in 2019, and I think that's really weird because CamelCrusher just isn't that special. It has one nasty downside, which I don't think people are aware of, and I think that they're using an effect without really understanding what they're using and why they should be using it. And so that effect is hard clipping. So I've got this channel here, which is set up with a nice sine wave on it. The sine wave's playing at 35 dB over 0. In a 32-bit environment, that shouldn't matter. The plugin should see a sine wave and it should output a sine wave. I'll show you what CamelCrusher does. So when we start with the volume low, we get a sine wave, and then it slowly turns into a square wave as it gets clipped on the way out. And there's that clipping. So yeah, there's a hard clipper on the output of CamelCrusher. So we can get the same result with our own hard clipper over here. So I'll wind the gain up. Saturator on digital clip is the exact same thing. It's hard clipping. Where it sees anything above 0, it just truncates it. I'm not sure that people are aware that there's a hard clipper on CamelCrusher. What it does is it allows people to push loud signals into CamelCrusher which go above 0, and it truncates them at 0. For some people that's an intended result. For other people, I'm not so sure. It's not doing anything clever or smart or interesting in order to limit things at 0. It's just hard clipping. So some other options that we might be able to try are we could do analog clip on Saturator, and it will look and sound a little bit different. I'll start the gain from low. You can see our signal is rounded off rather than just being cut. The obvious answer would be a limiter, where we can bring the levels up and have the sound be less impacted. I'll start that from 0. You can see that the levels are being brought back down, so the levels never go above 0, but we keep our sine wave. So why is this important? Well, I think it's important because people aren't aware that what they're really looking for when they drag out CamelCrusher to cut things at 0 dB is just a hard clipper. I hope that shows that some of the effect of CamelCrusher is really just hard clipping, and you should be able to make an informed choice about whether you want to be hard clipping your signal or not, and there are probably easier ways to do it, such as Saturator in Ableton.